Hi. Hi, how are you? Oh, it stinks up here. Yeah, it's your fault. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm so glad you're here. If you're old, I'm so happy that you came back. Yesterday, I accidentally posted a video, which I'm only supposed to, according to the schedule, that it's kind of in my head that I, didn't really set, is I upload on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. Yesterday was Wednesday. So, there's the secret. Bonus Wednesday, which Thursday is supposed to be bonus anyway. I'm a mess. So we needed some more great quality content. This one, I do plan on editing. Hi, you're watching The Christiana 321. I am The Christiana, and today we are rating shower thoughts from the subreddit Shower Thoughts. Shower Thoughts is a great subreddit. If you've watched any of my shorts, reels, whatever, a lot of them were inspired by things from Shower Thoughts. And so the description of the subreddit, if you're not familiar, it's for sharing those miniature epiphanies you have that highlight the oddities within the familiar. Yeah, a lot of good ones get voted up, and I thought I'd go through and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. I don't always agree with what Reddit thinks are good ones, so we'll see. School doesn't prepare you with knowledge to work, it prepares you with the determination to go to work every day for long hours. Incorrect. Some of these epiphanies are just blatantly false. I'll give this one a 2 out of 10 because I tried, but did not quite get there. School, in a lot of ways, does teach you to be an employee. It does not do a great job of teaching you to be an employer. Some schools do, but for the most part, yeah. I mean, I guess knowledge to work, a lot of jobs have a decent amount of on-the-job training, so the specific skill set that you need, you learn once you get there. If that's what they're talking about, in which case I guess kind of. I don't know. Number 2. Superman being a reporter with all his powers while Batman has no powers but is a billionaire playboy shows that even in comics, being born into money is better than superpowers, economically speaking. Yes and no. So the Waynes, I'm not a huge comic book aficionado, so correct me if I'm wrong. Most of my knowledge comes from the movies and then talking to comic book aficionados. But the Waynes got a lot of their money from less than ethical means. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Whereas Superman is all about ethics and morals and doing the right thing, right? So he could very easily use his powers for unethical things in order to get money. So it's not the superpowers that are keeping him from being a billionaire, it's ethics. Which there's a theory online that I'm not going to get into any more than I already have about how there is no ethical way to be a billionaire. It's an interesting rabbit hole to go down if you're bored. Maybe we'll do that if I happen to accidentally post on the wrong day again. So number 3, waking up in the middle of the night. Oh wait, the Superman one, gotta give that one a rating. I'm gonna call it 5 out of 10 because it made me think of interesting things. 5 out of 10. Number 3, waking up in the middle of the night and realizing you can go back to sleep is better than sleeping the whole night through. No. That's just an opinion. It's not an epiphany. First of all, 0 out of 10, because also I disagree with your opinion. In my opinion, I would much rather sleep the whole night through. Number 4, all but smartwatches can tell when you're having sex. They just choose not to display that activity. Again, not an epiphany, I don't think. Unless the epiphany is that you realize that smartwatches could probably notice that. And I have seen where some will log it as a cardio activity kind of thing. These are all real bad. Like, originally I wasn't going to do the hot posts. I was going to do just the new posts because I figured there would be more variety. Usually there's a good range of good and bad, whereas the hot post I figured, oh, those will all be like 7s and higher. That will be fun. But there'll be more good ones to talk about. I am talking about them, so there's that. Just because they're popular doesn't mean they're good. Number next. Car alarms have become the modern day boy who cried wolf. And I kind of agree with that. Anytime I hear a car alarm go off when I'm at home, I don't usually go look unless it's been going off for a really long time. Then I'm like, somebody should have turned that off by now. It must be my car because it's still going off and I haven't gone to look yet. But knock on wood, it's never been my car. So there are probably other people who are doing the same thought process as me. Give that a 6 out of 10. Not particularly creative, but I at least agree with it. There are people who have never known the escape of immersing yourself into a fantastic book and getting lost in it because their minds don't process information in that format. That's true, and as someone who really enjoys reading, I saw that shower thought earlier today. Most of these are new to me, but really sad to me. But, not everybody's gonna enjoy the same thing. It's just like this one particular kind of magic when you get lost in the book and you stop seeing the words and you're just seeing what's going on, and then something happens and you look up and you're like, wait a second. This is not the world that I've been living in for the last several hours. Also, when was the last time I ate? If you know, you know. If you don't know, hopefully you find that kind of joy and escapism in something else. Video games or movies or sports. I don't know about sports. The internet is Hotel California. You can step out anytime you'd like, but you can never leave. I thought the line was you can check out anytime you'd like, but you can never leave. Have I been singing it wrong this whole time? No, it's the Reddit users who are wrong. I could look it up. I'm not going to. Anyway, the book one. I would rate that a 9 out of 10. It made me feel something, which is not difficult to do these days, actually. I was gonna say. Anyway, internet is Hotel California. You can step out anytime you'd like, but you can never leave. 7 out of 10. Creative. I enjoy a good Eagles reference. It's not very mind-blowing, because everybody knows it's just, drawing a connection to an old song, which can be an epiphany. However, when the song was written, I don't think the internet may have been a thing, but it was not what it is today, for sure. This one is not safe for work, and I'm not going to read it, because I do at some point want to be monetized on here, although I did have that other one that was about adult fun times. Next one. Life is confusing as a child because you don't know what is going on. Life is confusing as an adult because you do know what's going on. I feel like we're getting to less interesting ones. 5 out of 10. Yeah, I guess. But I feel like I still don't know what's going on, so I don't know that I actually agree that as an adult it's confusing because I know what's going on. Most of the time I don't know what's going on. People fighting for progress are the reason we escape the Middle Ages. 0 out of 10. You just read a line in your history textbook. A monarch never gets to celebrate their kid's promotion. Oh, because they're dead when the kid gets promoted. I like that one. 10 out of 10. I had to read it a couple of times in my head to understand. Because I was thinking like promotion to a next grade or something, some kind of like accomplishment. I'm sure they still celebrate, maybe with rules and regulations. They can't celebrate it in the same way. Can't imagine the monarchs going to a kindergarten graduation, but oh, here's one. The Queen died most likely never having eaten a packet of ramen noodles. I kind of feel like she did. I don't know when ramen noodles came about. And I don't think they were probably her favorite food or anything, but did you watch The Princess Diaries? And how, like, they would sneak into the kitchen, Princess and the Queen would sneak into the kitchen after dark and eat, like, junk food and things that you wouldn't normally picture royalty eating. The Queen could have had some ramen noodles. Ramen noodles are delicious. I love it when you, like, don't cook them and you just, like, crunch them up into bite-sized bits and then you pour the seasoning on them and then you just eat them raw. It's the best way to eat ramen noodles. Some political ones that we're just gonna skip over. Just ask for another genie if you can't ask for more wishes. That's big brain power right there. It's kind of like when Aladdin tricked the genie into letting him out of the cave without using a wish. I feel like it'll work once and then they'll find a way to make you not want to or not be able to pull that trick again. Alright, last one. Like, I read it. I kind of want to skip it. Here, we're gonna have a couple more. People may enjoy the relief that peeing and pooping brings, but no one likes to vomit. I'm gonna say, I don't mind peeing in the appropriate places. Generally, I don't mind pooping. Sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes it's very uncomfortable. Sometimes it brings relief, and that's great. But also, sometimes vomiting brings relief. Like, I wouldn't start it as a hobby or recommend it in most situations, but there have been times that I was feeling very uncomfortable. I vomited, and I was relieved of that uncomforting. I mean, it's a little bit worse because clean up and then you got the taste in your mouth and you gotta take care of it. But in general, I don't know that, probably the percentage of times that I've enjoyed vomiting is probably, or not enjoyed vomiting, but enjoyed the relief that came after. That percentage is probably smaller than the number of, the percentage of poops that brought me relief that I enjoyed. But I've also vomited way fewer times than I pooped. So this video is never going to be monetized. 5 out of 10. Alright, the last one, we'll end on a less gross one. Light bulbs were such a good idea that they became the symbol for a good idea. I kind of think that is the epitome of a safe for work shower thought. I love it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I forget which one I gave a 10 out of 10. I gave a couple that were high scores, a couple that were low scores. What's your favorite shower thought? Or do you disagree with any of my ratings? It's too bad. I am the arbiter. I feel like that's the wrong word. I am the judge, jury, and executioner of these shower thoughts, and any of them that got below a 3 are dead now. The shower thoughts, not the people who had them. It's not their fault. And this is such a weird video, but if you enjoyed it, please make sure to like it, and if you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a whole lot in my quest to one day be monetized. I have a lot of videos on here, so feel free to click through. Some of them are great, some of them are not great. And I'm not going to tell you which ones are which. I will say that some of the ones that I'm most proud of didn't get very many views, so if you're just going based off of which ones got views, I disagree with those as ratings. I'm just continuing to talk because this is the part where there's an end screen and there's 2 videos up here that YouTube thinks that you should click on. This might be a good place to start if you want to see some of my other videos. And then the subscribe button is probably like here, I hope. Alright, good night, sweet dreams.